What's up, guys? It's your boy, Still Needs an Intro. And today, we're going to be doing a little work on the truck for once. Now today's task is going to be going through all the wiring and stuff, so we're going to figure out what lights do and don't work. So I went to Orscheln's and we got these glass fuses that the truck takes. So I got 2 boxes of just the assorted ones, and then if we can get to it, it was mainly like just to have it, but I got spray paint, more spray paint. So let's start going around the truck and see what lights do and don't work. Now, first things first, I need to get this inside of the housing, and then I need to put the cover over the top of it. All right. So you can see that the headlights are actually in 4 different parts. So you have the back of the housing, and then you have this outer ring, and you have the headlight itself, which goes in. You have the letters on the bottom. It goes in here. So then we're going to put this part back. And the screws that hold this part in place. So this is a little difficult. There's a lot of noise because we're mowing today. But there's a little spring down here on this corner that holds on to the ring on the outside. And then you have your adjuster screws. So you have one on the inside that's towards the grill, and then you have one on the top. So the one on the inside, if you tighten it, so when you tighten it, it'll pull it in and it'll turn your headlight in, and then you can loosen it and pull it out. And then the top one, if you tighten it, it'll bring your headlights up because it'll pull it in. And then when you loosen it, it'll pull it down. So that's kind of how you adjust your headlights with these. So let me get the top adjuster screw in place because it actually just fell behind it. So then the housing is like this. It's like this. And then I actually only have 3 screws for it rather than 4, but it'll hold it in place good enough. We have this one here. Put this up here in the top corner. There. And now, should look a little more complete with both headlights in. So now onto the turn signals, and you can see this one is plugged in like it's supposed to be. But if we come over to the passenger side, it is not. And that's because whoever had this last spliced this for a different turn signal. Because you got to remember, if you haven't seen my previous videos before, the front clip came off of a 68 C10. But the grill and the rest of the truck came off of a yellow 67. So the grill for the 68 was obviously different because on the passenger side it has a different connector for the turn signal. But you can see there, it's a little dirty, but I'll clean it out. You can see that this is almost like a V shape, while this is a T shape. So if we go over to that front clip, we already have this side pulled out, but you can see that it's the V shape that we're needing. So I'm going to come back here as far as I can and snip it so that we can put some splices on the wires and hopefully get the turn signals to work. don't need a whole bunch of wire, but it's always better to cut off too much rather than not enough. Because you can always cut more off, but it's pretty difficult to add more on. So. Now the other reason we needed to cut a little extra line was because we're gonna need to cut behind the splice. And so that'll just give us that much more room. Now the good thing is that the original wires coming off of the 68 front clip are still purple and blue. So we'll just be able to match that up with the original. Now you can see that the driver's side turn signal is turning on and the passenger side one is not, even though I just wired it up. So what I'm going to try is pulling out this bulb and putting it over on the other side to see if that bulb is burnt out or something. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. So you can see here that this bulb is actually in very good shape, but if you come over to the passenger side, the one that's not working, it is big time burnout. So that's a super duper good thing. So I'm gonna run to the parts store here in a minute and just buy a new light bulb. Now just to try this really quick, I'm gonna take the good bulb and put it in here first. All right, got that in. And looky there, it works. $7 is a bit pricey for light bulbs if you ask me, but whatever. I need them, they have them, so let's put them in. All right, so now I'm gonna put the cover on and let's see what it looks like. Beautiful. The next step is to come up in here, and up in here we have quite a few blown fuses, so I'm gonna pull those out and replace them. Upon further investigation, the only one that was really blown was this little booger right here, which is the backup light fuse. So let's replace it. This is a 20 amp fuse, and let's see if the reverse lights will turn on. We're gonna open up the variety pack that I bought. It's hard to do with one hand because stuff like that happens. So right there you can see it says 20 amps. Now I can't remember exactly where I left off with this video, it's been a while, but I did do a lot of stuff off camera, and basically what I figured out, because whenever you put the truck in reverse, the reverse lights do not want to come on, and at first we thought it was going to be that reverse switch that's on the transmission itself, and we got it plugged in. We haven't hid the wire or anything yet, but we got the new one in place and it still doesn't want to turn on the reverse lights. So then we thought it might be an issue with either the ground or the wiring in here or with the housing itself. So if we take a look at the bulb housing, you can see it's all corroded and stuff down there. Where it actually mounts to the plate is super corroded. So I went ahead and went on to LMC and I ordered a new housing for it. So let's go ahead and open up the box and take a look at it. And look at that. So you can see it's a nice new shiny housing. I might have to put some kind of like clear coat or something over this just so that it doesn't corrode. But you can see everything comes with it. It's got the new lenses, even though I just bought new lenses not too long ago. And then I will have to try and find a nut that will go on here because the nuts on the other one broke off. But besides that, everything is very, very nice. So let's go ahead and put the new ones on. Right, and the new reverse lights are on there. You can see the housing, it's nice and shiny. The back of it, everything's bolted in place. And then I got the wire hooked up underneath the bumper. Same thing on the other side, brand new light, wires hooked up and everything. So let's go ahead and start the truck and we'll see if she lights up. All right, I'm gonna put the truck in reverse. We're gonna look at this light, and then I'll get out and I'll check the film, and if it works, I'm gonna be very happy. If you look right there, we've got headlights. Perfect. Dim, bright, dim. Awesome. Still nothing. Hit the hazards. There it is. Look at that. Now you may have noticed that my hairstyle and length has changed a lot throughout this video. That is because this problem with the wiring has been whooping me for the past 2 years now, and it was only until this summer that I actually started getting motivated on it, and when nothing seemed to work, I got demotivated, and then a couple weeks ago, I finally got remotivated, and then it's only been recently that I've actually put my focus into it and told myself I need to get it done, just so it's not a project that's sitting around in the backyard. You know, I don't want to be that guy. But finally got everything fixed. The truck is now drivable, especially with the new headlights and stuff. So next step is getting it registered and taking it on its first official cruise. So I want to give a huge shout out to South Main Auto. I'll leave a link to their YouTube channel in the description, because if it weren't for their videos, me following along with their videos, I would not be where I'm at with this truck, because they do such a good job when it comes to specifically electrical and wiring diagnosis that it couldn't go unmentioned. So big thank you to South Main Auto, and also thank you for the incredibly comfy hoodie that I've been wearing recently. So if you found this video helpful, please be sure to drop a like and share it with your friends. If you'd consider subscribing, click over here. If you want to see what YouTube recommends you watch next, click over here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys next time.